there, I'm so excited that you're here for our online cooking class for gluten-free pancakes. Let's get started. So to make these gluten-free pancakes, you are gonna need 1 1/3 cup of flour, and I'm using a cup for cup gluten-free substitute. I'm using Bob's Red Mill Blend, but you can use any of the ones that you like, as long as they have similar ratios of ingredients in it. You have to be careful because each brand is a little bit different. You might have to adjust your liquid to dry ingredient ratios. So we have 1 1/3 cups of flour. We have 3 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 tablespoon of sugar, and you can add more or less sugar depending if you like your pancakes super sweet. I'm not a huge sweet girl, so I would prefer to have maple syrup on my pancakes with butter than have more sugar in the recipe. We're gonna do 1 egg and 1 1/4 cups of milk or buttermilk. That choice is up to you. And 3 tablespoons of butter and a splash of vanilla into our recipe. Let's get started. We're gonna mix our dry ingredients together first. So we're gonna put our flour in the bowl. And our baking powder, our pinch of salt, and our sugar. And I'm gonna give it a little whisk to get them all blended together. Now we're gonna add in our egg. And I'm gonna whisk him ahead of time. Okay. Give him a little whisk. I'll put that into our flour mixture. A splash of vanilla, and I make my own homemade vanilla. You can find that recipe on my blog. If you just search vanilla, and it'll teach you how to do that. Or you can just use store-bought vanilla too, that's fine. And our buttermilk. Okay, and we just want to stir it until it's combined. It's okay if it's still a little bit lumpy. Ooh, it looks really good. You don't want to over stir pancakes. That's the secret to making delicious pancakes. All right, that looks perfect. Now I'm going to measure out our 3 tablespoons of butter, and I just melted it in the microwave. And 3 tablespoons of butter right in there, and a nice stir. Get that all combined. It smells good already. I love melted butter flavor. All right. And once again, you don't want to over mix it. That is perfect. All right, so I have my pan heating, and once it gets hot, I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of melted butter in here. And you want it to be pretty hot when you add your batter in so that it doesn't stick. All right, a little bit of butter into our pan. I'm just gonna coat the whole surface. And I'm gonna give this a couple of seconds to get hot, and then we'll add our batter. All right, my butter is starting to sizzle. So I'm gonna take a little bit of our pancake dough and pour it in. I'm gonna make some mini pancakes today. You just wanna flatten it out a little bit. The dough is so nice and fluffy. These are gonna be delicious. And the secret to pancakes is you wanna wait until they're nice and crispy on the bottom and they're starting to have little bubbles on the top before you flip them over, because you only wanna flip them once. It's hard to be patient, especially when it looks and smells so good. Okay, my first one that I put in is ready to flip. It's got nice little bubbles on the top. So I'm just gonna do that and flip it over, and it is nice and fluffy and golden on the other side. And we're gonna give the second one a little bit more time. I love to serve our pancakes with fresh fruit, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, and homemade whipped cream, and some maple syrup. And I think there's such a huge difference in maple syrup. I love to have like the good stuff for eating pancakes with. I would take a little bit lower quality for baking with, but it is just so good. All right, it's starting to get nice and brown and fluffy on the other side. I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes, but I'm gonna flip our second one. and turn it over. And it is nice and golden brown. Looks fantastic. And we're just gonna keep doing the same process until all of our batter is cooked, and then we'll be ready to enjoy them. That one looks like it's pretty perfect to me. It's nice and brown on this side and nice and golden brown on that side. I'm gonna set it aside on our plate, and then I'll add a little bit more butter over here to the spot and pour some more batter in. All right, our last pancake is cooked. I hope you love this gluten-free pancakes class. I can't wait to see you in the next class. Have a great rest of your day.